Previously on the Doddles.
It's cruise day!
We have no idea where we're going, do we, David?
Nope. I think what we'll do is we're going to drop the stuff, we'll go for a wander, grab a drink.
I need a wee.
Might need a wee.
Hi, we're David and Mark. Welcome to part 2 of our cruise mini-series, where we're sharing our first time sailing with MSC on board MSC VIRTUOSA. Watch along as we find our feet on a ship that we've done no research into. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying our video. Anyway, on to day 1, and first things first, time to sort our dining issue.
So we've just been to the Blue Danube, which is one of the main dining restaurants on board, because when we boarded we noticed on our cruise cards that it said our dining time was 8:15, which is quite late for us.
Yeah, we'd requested early dining when we booked.
Yes, so we've just been to see them and it was very easy.
Oh yeah, they literally swapped it.
Yeah, they just swapped it there and then straight away. So we're now dining at 5:45, which is much more kind of
Our time
for eating. But we're not eating in the Blue Danube. I don't think on here it says our restaurant is the Opera.
Oh.
Where is that? We don't know.
I did some opera, you didn't.
Oh, sorry.
Should we go find it next? Let's go for a wander. In typical fashion, we're going to the first bar that we've seen. David, what can we get?
Anything up to 14, I believe.
So we can get Shambles, 14.
Oh, maybe.
Well, let's have a test.
So as you saw, we found the first bar we went to. It's only 20 to 11 in the morning.
My name is Mark, and this is my first drink of the day.
It's not the best drink of the day.
It's very apple.
I was going to say it tastes like Schlur.
Yeah, like a grape or apple slur.
Yeah. I do want to go do some more exploring on the ship though, because I can see what looks like a big
Is that
walkway thing.
It's got a name. The pavilion? I don't know.
So, like I said, we're going to enjoy these, and then we're going to go for an explore, and we'll bring you along. Mother, if you're watching, I feel like this staircase is up your alley, so to speak. It might not be better.
David, I find it quite disorientating.
It is very
honest.
straight. It makes me want to fall over.
Yeah. This place, I've said to David off camera, is going to be the death of me because it's like a sensory overload. And David is attracted to all things shiny. Aren't you?
I want to go to the Starship Club.
David, anything, it's like, here, let's go there, let's go here, let's go there.
I want to go here. Let's. Oh, can I have a drink? Touch here. Hello, human. I'm Rob. Oh, you can read it.
Now, we don't know.
Now, do I create my own?
I think at
It's
20 past 11, you probably shouldn't. But if you do want to, we can. We're on as always. Oh, good God, this is going to be disgusting.
I know. That was the Sprite. That's the least amount of Sprite I've ever seen.
Just one more thing. Place your cruise card on the reader and you're good to go.
So that's quite possibly the smallest cocktail I've ever seen in my life.
Let me see inside. That is...
Maybe it's deceptive. Maybe
It is what she proclaimed.
it is what she proclaimed. One thing I do like, you do get to keep the glass. So this gets to come home with us.
Yay, tapped.
You get a box to put it in. I quite like that.
Yeah.
For the price, I think that's alright
What,
actually.
for £14?
Yeah.
It tastes like Skittles. You tell me that does not taste like Skittles. Liquefied Skittles.
Smells like Skittles.
I've created a masterpiece.
It's very nice. It's heartburn in a cup, but
I heard someone talking about deck 15 earlier. Marketplace buffet. The buffet is on deck 15. Where do you think the karaoke is going to be?
this is the Grand Theatre.
Ooh, let's go. So we booked some shows in here, just because I want to see what the shows are like on a different ship.
This is massive, David.
It is, isn't it? Although, is it much bigger than the Red Room?
Yes. Are you mad? You look really sad. What are you watching?
The comedians are hilarious. Here we go. Oh,
Pardon.
pardon me. Is this on Tropical Paradise? Where's the room?
Bananas.
I don't think they're real. Now, we're either walking towards or away from the buffet.
Whoa. Wow, this is massive, David.
This is huge.
I smell
Marketplace buffet.
This is the buffet. It's outside.
I think some of it's outside, some of it's inside.
David, his new product. I panicked with the amount of choice that I had, and I've ended up with the beigest. But basically, when I panic, I just go with beige food. And I've now got myself. I'm not going to use this as a bearing on my thoughts of MSC food in general, but I've ended up with a dinner that wouldn't be out of place after you've been swimming. Does that make sense to anyone?
I understand what you mean.
You know, that sort of how drawn to nostalgia.
Yeah, possibly. I've not gone much different. There is some greenery in the form of sprouts. I'm one of those people. I love Brussels sprouts. I know it's not a popular opinion. I know lots of people hate them
too.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, but you have yours with vinegar, and that's just wrong.
It's not.
Anyway, I've got some greenery, I've got some garlic bread, some cauliflower. This said, I think it was lamb.
Oh, I saw that.
Kofta thing in some sort of sauce. I got them because they look like meatballs with them. And then chips, and I also got a hot dog as well because I thought the bread would be good for the alcohol.
This, yeah, wise
choices.
Oh, there's children.
future editing Mark here. So it turns out that the audio from the clip where we talked about our buffet experience is completely unsalvageable. But basically, as predicted, the quality was very much on par with a school dinner or a leisure centre meal. We did not enjoy our first visit. It left a lot to be desired.
What I will say about that dinner, it's made me need a poo.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah. Panic poo. It's not a panic poo, it's just a beige. Right.
It's loud. Copyright.
One thing I will say so far, there is not a lack of sunbeds.
No.
Yeah, so does anyone else think it's strange in a buffet? Like, I get that you're not, like, handling food is bad. But if I'm going to go up to a buffet and get a sausage roll, a bread roll, if I'm just going to touch the bread roll that I'm going to eat, surely it's better to do that than touch the tongs that everyone else touches.
Yeah, I'm only going to touch the stuff I'm going to eat. Yeah. I can see why they're trying to do it, but it's making it worse.
Carousel Productions at Sea.
As this is the extra pay thing.
Yeah. So this, how much was this, David? £15 per person. This is a paid for extra show, we think.
So the emergency video has just finished, and we now need to dial a number to confirm
That we watched. I'm dialing 1972. Oh, did it?
What did it say?
It said, recorded. You may now hang up.
Okay, so I have ordered, I hope you can hear me, I've ordered an Aviation Martini, which is actually a Bulldog Martini.
Yeah, they didn't have aviation.
They didn't have Aviation gin. They didn't tell me that, I just saw them pouring Bulldog gin in, so maybe they thought we weren't gin fanatics, I don't know. Anyway, I'm scared. I thought it's supposed to be like maraschino cherry liqueur in here.
No, it's supposed to have something that, I don't know what it is, but it made me think it was going to be like a Parma Violet.
Oh, that's what it tastes like, yeah.
Oh.
Hi.
Some time has passed since you last saw us.
Yes.
We were out and about on the ship, weren't we?
Yes.
Some time has passed. We are now back in the room, and we're going to fill you in with some
Developments.
with some events.
Shall we call them developments, or events, or dramas?
Well,
Scandal.
Let's backtrack. You will have seen that we got on the ship. That was about 10:20 this morning. And we came straight to the room, dropped our bags off.
As it said on a piece of paper we were given at check-in, it said...
Pointy. Yes,
Pointy.
we did exactly as we were told. We came in, dropped our hand luggage bags, not big suitcases, hand luggage bags in the room, then vacated around the ship, as you saw, had some drinks.
At 3 p.m, pretty much on the dot,
Yes.
the cruise director came over the tannoy and was like, something, which we couldn't hear because it was very loud where we were. Something, your room's
Your
ready.
rooms are now ready, 3 o'clock. So we came back to the room. Backtrack again, sorry. When we were in the room at 10:20, we noticed that It hadn't been cleaned.
No,
and there were some bits, and we didn't expect it to have been cleaned.
No, and to be fair, it's again on the piece of paper.
Yeah, that's
because
what
I'm
I'm
using it
saying.
as a contract. It said your toilet has been sanitised, but your room is not ready.
Yeah, so we were, and we noticed some bits. We were like, well, but we know it's not been cleaned. Some like it hadn't been hoovered.
One of the things we noticed was whoever was in this cabin before us had been using this sofa as a sofa bed, because it does turn into a sofa bed. And these back cushions were down the side there. So we're like, oh, okay, that's fine. They haven't sorted it. We know they're not going to have sorted it.
Moral of the story, we were like, oh, it's fine, because they haven't finished yet. Off we went. 3 o'clock, tannoy announcement, we came back to the room. Nothing had changed.
Apart from...
Oh, the cushions had been put back on.
So we thought, oh, they have been, because the cushions are back on the sofa. So someone has been in the room to tidy it up.
So I'm going to insert some footage now, which is we got back into the room having thought, like, our expectation was that the room was clean. This is what we found. Hi, Mark here. So we've been on board a little while now, and we've come into the cabin. It's now 3 o'clock. The announcement was put out onto ship that the rooms had now been cleaned and were ready for us to come in. The reason I'm here on my own is that David has gone. David's gone downstairs. We aren't ones to complain. We're very easily pleased. However, I would argue this room has not been cleaned. I'll just show you some bits and bobs. So this is probably being picky, but it's clearly not been hoovered for one. But it's when you come into the bathroom that on face value it looks quite clean, but there's certain things in here that I noticed when we boarded at 10 o'clock this morning. I'd noticed that still haven't been rectified. So you can just about see in the sink there's what looks like a pineapple chunk. I'm hoping that's from when someone's washed a bowl out, not from someone being sick in the sink. But who knows, they may have been sick in the sink. This towel here, yes, that's clean, lovely. Like, even if that is a stain that won't wash out, it has been washed, but it just doesn't wash out. Bin the towel. Worse things are to come though when we come over to the shower. I'm gonna have to slightly hold my breath, but I'm gonna open the door. Oh god, the stench. So first things first, you get hit by the stench of the drains, which is pleasant. And then there's a comical amount of hair that's been left here. Look at that. Oh, I can't. The stench. It's making me want to get really sick. And then look, lovely decorations up the door, the internal door here. Look, someone's decorated that with God knows what. Hopefully it's not the same person that was sick in the sink. Who knows? And again, this might be just us being slightly picky, but they've made the bed. But where's the attention to detail? All of this is just, I don't know, it just, I'm stressed. It's like the last people that have been in here have made this bed. This is how I would leave the bed when I was leaving a room, not when I was getting it ready for the next people.
I wasn't in that video because when we discovered the state of things, I'd gone down it. And I don't know if you talked about this in the video.
I think I probably did, but
if not, I'd gone down to the guest services desk.
Purser's Lounge. That's on posh lines. It's called Purser's something.
Is it?
Yeah.
Moving on. I'd gone down to the guest services to let them know. I was greeted by someone in the queue that was like, oh, what do you need to queue up for? Which I appreciate because they're trying to make sure that people aren't queuing for guest services that don't need it. Mm-hmm. And I said, oh, we were told the room was ready. The room is dirty. Showed some pictures on my phone. It's like, oh, what's your cabin number? I'll get someone to go clean your room. Wrote it on a piece of paper. Now, we've fell afoul of this before, where someone just writes something on a piece of paper and nothing gets done. So I was like, oh, thank you. I'll wait for the guest services. And I was very polite. I was like, thank you very much, but I'll wait for guest services. It's like, oh no, I'll get someone to go clean your room. It's like, it's fine. I don't mind waiting. I want to speak to someone at the desk because then I know, for me, it's a bit more official and I feel like something's actually getting done.
And it's not just that you want someone to come and clean our room. It should have been clean.
Yes,
like, it's
and I
not
want it
that-
logged.
Yeah.
And I want something for the trouble.
And can we also say, we aren't ones to complain. We are
No.
so easily pleased. We're not divas. You know, we're not. So anyway, David had gone down. He did his bit down at the guest services.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'm in the cabin getting those bits of footage. There's a knock on the door. That's strange, because David's got a key. Why would he be knocking to get back in after he'd gone down to log his complaint? So I opened the door and was greeted by the cleaner stood there, who didn't say anything when I opened the door.
Yeah. So just as a like tangent, to be fair to the guy in the queue that was taking the stuff, he'd clearly gone and told someone to come clean the room.
So they had arrived
very quickly,
unknowns to me that had happened. Anyway, so they didn't say anything. We just kind of stood looking at each other in the doorway, and they kind of shrugged their shoulders and went,
what do you want?
I thought, I assume you're here because my husband's gone, you know, and done whatever. But the issue is our room's not been cleaned. And they said, well, no, because I haven't done it yet. And was really abrupt. Like, was really abrupt. I've not done it yet. Because your stuff's all in here. And I was like,
yes, we were
yes.
we were told
to put our small pieces of hand luggage in here. Then they said, well, I've got 20 cabins to clean, and it's really hard when people don't check out till 8 o'clock in the morning, and I've got 20 cabins to clean. I've not got round to yours yet. And I was like, well, I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. And if we'd have known the cabin hadn't been cleaned when we came back, it wouldn't be an issue. Mm-hmm. The issue is,
we were told
it has
the
been
cabins
cleaned.
were ready. Yeah.
So the fact that you haven't done it isn't my problem. So what are you going to do about it?
And from what you said, the issue was the attitude.
Oh yeah, absolutely the attitude. It wasn't the fact that it's not been cleaned, because having now known that it was dirty because it hadn't been cleaned, not just because they'd done a crap job.
Yeah.
So that was our issue. It wasn't the fact, like, things happen. We get that. Things happen. Anyway, so then they said, well, do you want me to clean it now, or shall I come back later? So I said, you can do it now. I'm like,
please.
Might as well do it now, please, yeah. So in they came, at which point the supervisor then turned up, which is your second point.
So that was the moment that I'd got to the desk.
So anyway, he arrived and asked what the issue was, and then I showed him the bits that I've showed you, and he was very apologetic. He did the customer service part perfectly, and was like, I'm so sorry, we'll sort it, it's fine, we'll sort it. The biggest issue is I don't do confrontation.
No.
So
in hindsight, Mark should have gone to the desk and I should have been in the room.
I didn't go to the desk because I didn't want to deal with the situation.
Yeah.
I ended up
unbeknownst to you, the situation here was worse.
Yeah. So anyway, the reason we've not done this is because we've been having a couple of drinks in the bars.
Just to chill out, relax.
Yeah.
And I will say, we came back and they've obviously paid attention to the cleanliness in the room. It's still hairs.
Lackluster. It's still...
You can't see it, but there is hairs on the sofa.
Still
I don't know
bits.
who was staying in this room before.
They molted.
They've molted.
Sarah.
Sarah, are you here?
So yeah,
that's a very niche joke.
Whenever Sarah comes to our house, there's hair.
She's got very long hair and there's normally hairs. It's fine, we don't mind. Sarah, we love you.
It happens, but just clean it. It's fine.
But I would say, regardless of the price point of the cruise, whether it is the cheapest cruise on earth, there is no excuse for dirtiness. Like, it should be clean minimum. I don't care about the facilities, I just want it to be clean.
Yeah.
And it was not. And I will think about that every night we sleep here, which thankfully is only 2.
Yeah. I'm still worried slightly by the shower because they have cleaned it and the jungle that you saw has gone. The jungle. The bush.
The bush.
Has gone. They've obviously squirted a lot of bleach down the drain, so the smell is hidden. slightly, but I feel like as soon as we put that shower on and there's a disturbance of water, it's going to stink. So yeah, there are still bits, but we're fine. We'll live with those bits.
Yes. We're too British to complain a second time.
We've done the awkwardness. We're done now. Anyway, we're going to go now for our dinner.
Yes, we've got a dining time that we told you about earlier. We've got a dining time. I've found a hair. I hope that's not someone else's. We've got a dining time of 5:45, and it is now 5:45. So we need to go have our dining. But we'll take you along because we've never done a main dining room experience before. So I'm intrigued to see what it's like. We'll bring you along for the trip. So I had, for my starter, I had, it was advertised as raw ham.
Was that what it said?
On the menu it said raw ham, mozzarella, tomatoes and basil. So I was thinking a bit of a caprese salad type vibe, and I wanted something a bit light after the buffet lunch that you saw. I would say it was ham. And not much mozzarella, not much tomato, and I have never seen basil leaves as small as they were. What did you have for your starter?
It was like lamb potato something. And as you'll see from my reaction, it was nice, but unusual to have it as a starter because it tasted very much like a main course flavour. But it was alright, yeah, it was fine.
Then for my main, I had lamb with roast veg. Very peculiar that they put apple sauce on the lamb, because I would have associated apple sauce with pork, but it was alright, yeah.
And I had was it called a curried mahi mahi?
Yes.
And it was, again, fine. I think it was unusual.
Yeah.
Which, again, I think my facial expression gives it away in the video.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the theme of the food. It's been fine.
It was fine.
Yeah, and then we finished off with a sticky toffee pudding.
We both had that.
I quite like. It was really nice, but it's hard to go wrong with a sticky toffee pudding.
Yeah, I like the sticky toffee pudding. That was a good way to finish the meal.
Yes, it was. Yeah, I will say, main dining hall that we were in the opera. I liked the vibe. It was very nice.
Yeah, I quite liked that. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it, but it didn't feel too cramped. The service wasn't slow.
No, but I will say they were very friendly. They were very attentive in our drinks.
The one thing I will say though, you are forced to have bottled water.
Oh, all over the ship.
Moving on.
During our meal, the couple we were sat next to convinced us to do the paid-for Carousel at Sea production. The ticket price of £15 included a welcome cocktail that wasn't very nice, but the show itself was really good. Even though we have no idea what the storyline was, it was good fun. Unfortunately, no filming was allowed during this show, so you'll just have to take our word for it. But we'd say that it gave Cirque du Soleil vibes. After the somewhat underwhelming ceiling show in the gallery, it was time to head to the theatre for the evening performance of the ABBA tribute show. Although the show was very fun and upbeat, and the singing was fantastic, the dancing wasn't really up to the same standards. Having said that, we still had a fun time. After waving our arms around like that, we decided it was time for bed. However, on the way, we stumbled across a silent disco. And it was a hard no from us. Apparently, there's 1,500 people crammed down there. Nope. However, we ended up finishing day one on a positive. For our troubles with our unclean room, we found that a bottle of fizz and some snacks had been left in our room. Join us next time as David gets felt up. Find out why Mark's talking about bumholes. Oh yeah, when I said you might want to go and get your bumhole scanned. And we find out if the food can get any worse. Thanks for watching, bye!